Sup guys, I'm Traces, sorry for the late start. And today, just live for Q&A number 10. So it's going to be a bit spotty when the Q&As actually come out. Because I was supposed to do a Q&A yesterday, but then it got a bit mixed up yesterday and I wasn't able to do the stream. So I'm live at the moment, just for a Q&A, and also giving you guys a little bit more of an insight into the Level Crossing Misuse documentary. Which is due to come out soon as well. Which at the moment it's been produced. It's currently in post-production and being exported. Though we may add a few interviews as well, actually, to the documentary itself. But it should actually be quite a good thing. I also have a fidget spinner. So I've been playing with this as well. But if you guys do have any questions or comments, then drop them in the comments to the right if you are watching live. Drop them below if you're watching after the stream, and we'll pick them up in Q&A number 11. Make yourself known as well if you're watching too, which you can see. So you got guys watching Southern Train Spotting, Network South Central. We've also got Free Brick Productions, Will Scriven, and so it's we're so live at the moment, and yeah, again, sorry for the late start, guys. I was just sorting some stuff out downstairs, and yeah, it's I like the fidget spinner. Why do you think people do misuse? It's just because they can't be bothered to wait, Luke, if you ask me. It's just literally they just can't be bothered to wait. Like the guy up at North Sheen where that incident came out a couple of days ago. I might actually feature that in the Misuse documentary. It's a bit of a tough one there, I think. Also, we'll be going out filming soon as well. Got a plan to meet up with Owen Armstrong at Basingstoke on the 31st of May. I think Will might be coming as well. I think it's Will Dunn, Thatcham TND. Oh, caught one this morning, Will. Oh, you actually. Oh, do you film a breakdown before going to school, Will? Skills. Fair play. You can hear that. If I catch the train, of course. Okay. Yeah, I might be going down filming Sheep because I heard that it could be becoming an MCB soon. Because it's becoming an MCB because of the adjacent school. So Network Rail are saying that they're going to upgrade it to full barriers. Which personally I think they should have done to Afton Nervin instead of the bridge. Should have kept the level crossing and just made it a full barrier. But then again, people can still park on it, can't they? But then it's manually controlled though, so that's that's a bit of a tough one there. But I will be live for about 50 minutes. If any of you guys do want to join the stream as well, then do let me know, and I can actually do that for you guys. Yeah, no, it's South Central. They're saying, oh, hey, Nath. It's yeah, with Sheep Level Crossing, they've been saying that. But the thing is that it's a bit that they want to build a bridge there, as you say, with the gradient of the road, but they've said that they're going to install full barriers, but that hasn't seemed to happen yet. So I don't know what's going to go on there. But also, if any of you guys do want to join the stream, then do tell me in the comments to the right, and I'll find some way that you guys can join the stream. And have a look and see. And we may be being joined in a moment by Freebic Productions. I sent him the link to join, so he should be here in a second. I will be doing a follow-up stream as well, possibly tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll have to wait and see. I will be live till about 7 o'clock. So we'll be doing any questions that you guys might have. Awaiting your questions. For 19. Do you think police will take action if they catch people misuse? They already do. British Transport Police already do. Actually, same with road closures. I think Liss is closed at the moment for barrier overhaul, so it's marginally possible that they could be upgrading the barriers at Liss. We have just been joined by Freebic Productions.
Hey, so don't exactly have my camera on since I only got up a few minutes ago, but
I can turn your camera on for you.
oh, it's facing this wall.
Oh, look, I can actually turn it on.
Yeah, all I'm doing is just facing. All it's doing is just facing the wall, anyways. So probably actually move it this way. You can probably hear me better.
Yeah.
Can you hear me better over here?
Yeah, I'm adjusting the audio levels at the moment. Again, if you guys have any questions or comments, then do check them our way. We'll see. So, what do you think? What about when we were back on the 22nd? They didn't do anything about the misuse. Well, it's more surveying it. And I think they did pull a couple of people over, but then at that time, Luke, we were down at Colthrop. Because I'm just answering some of the questions on the live chat.
I know. I'm reading that as well.
I have been to Midgham yet. No, I haven't. Actually, we were going to do Midgham, Nath, on the meet-up on the 22nd of April. We just didn't have time. Because we were planning to go down to St Dennis, but then we didn't. And so we could have done Midgham in the end, but just... but I'm probably going to go up to Midgham sometime soon.
When it comes to misuse, you even get people around here who'll just drive around lowering gates because they're too impatient to wait. Yeah, maybe 3 minutes it takes for the train to pass.
Oh yeah, because sometimes you can get ridiculously long freight trains.
I once saw a train that, because they were doing some switching with like over 100 some odd cars, they had to pull out and block the crossing for 20 straight minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Look at that skill.
What?
I've got a fidget spinner.
See.
Well, if anyone else watching would like to join the stream as well, then do let us know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to accommodate. Do you think making the barriers a bit taller will prevent the misuse? Yeah, possibly. Also, I do actually have a release date for the documentary, which will be on Saturday, the 20th of May. So we will be releasing the documentary this Saturday on M Trains. So
I don't think I'm working that day, so.
What?
I don't think I'm actually working that day, so I might be able to see it when it first comes out.
Oh yeah, it's So the documentary is coming out this Saturday, but I will let you know if there are any slight delays in it. I will let you guys know. So yeah, also just a note to Nathan Trains as well, that I have now made you a moderator as well. Track maintenance, rewiring of barrier pedestals, one side and one operational. One does not condone misusing of MCBLCs, but it's perfectly understandable. Misusing of AHBs, however, is entirely unacceptable. Yeah, because actually with AHBs, when they activate, the train's only about 30 seconds away.
Same kind of goes for pretty much every crossing here in America for the most part.
Yeah, with AHBs in Britain, once they activate, the train is no more than 30 seconds away.
The FRA only requires a minimum of 20 seconds here in America. So it's very well likely the train's much closer. In fact, I've seen some crossings where they activate when the train's literally right on the crossing.
Yeah.
Those tend to just be yard crossings anyways.
I see comment coming from Will. Oh, barrier renewal. Okay. That's rewiring, I think, of the treadles and pedestals. Unless lists, because actually I did see barrier renewal one point at lists, so I don't know. If I can't get down to lists, I just wonder, Network South Central, would you be able to get down to the list at some point, just see if it's had a new barriers put in?
I have to wonder, how often is it to find just one barrier get replaced at a crossing while all the others are left alone if they're working?
Well, recently we had level crossing at Dennerby in Yorkshire. That used to have GWEs like this, but now that's been upgraded to SPX.
I'm saying like only one's been replaced, but the others remain.
What do you mean?
Like, for example, I'm going to use an example up in Tennessee. In Smyrna, Tennessee, there is a crossing that back in like 2007-ish, maybe 2009, I forget when the first pictures for the site were taken, but back then it had two GRS gate mechanisms installed at it. But sometime between then when I came and when I got to it last year, one of the gate mechanisms was replaced with an Invensys rail one.
Yeah, sometimes. I think there was one point where King's Fernston Lane level crossing had half LED, half halogen wigwags.
Yeah, I remember that. Still got a few here in America like that. Some on main lines.
I see Network South Central. You can go any time, really. It's just want to know, really, if list has been upgraded or not, barrier-wise. Because I know it has LEDs. Like some crossings in UK many HP as well. So, I'm playing with my fidget spinner, and that just sounds euphemistic, though, doesn't it? There are one. I think there is one crossing Farnham, actually. I think that has a new barrier. Because latter point of last year, one barrier got taken off by a van that had stopped on the crossing, and then the crossing activated.
Of course, that's why here in America we have signs that say "Do not stop on track." So, of course, they're also uniformly ignored.
Yeah. Also, it's the highway code in Britain. Most level crossings have hatched areas on them and stop lines.
Yeah.
and still people ignore the hell out of them. Like far up the hatched area, people still stop on a level crossing.
Yeah, people just ignore the signs that say.
But there was one. Like with misuse incidents, the one that still kind of gets to me, there's two, which is the Bramley incident where someone was taken down by a barrier, and also the misuse and hangman at Farnham on the 4th of March of this year, where they pushed a pram over the crossing, causing a hangman. Oh, Farnham barriers were stuck down a few weeks ago, apparently. Okay, then.
Yeah, very rare to see the gate mechanisms fail to rise, but I have seen a few times after trains pass, it'll take a while for the gates to go up. Most of the time, it doesn't happen.
I think Will's caught that breakdown where it was an auto race failure. Auto race malfunction. Also, Joe Thorpe and Southern Train Spotting caught it at where was it? I think it was Worthing or West Worthing level crossing. The train passed and then it stayed down for about 5 minutes. Also, an auto race malfunction when Joe was filming in Lincolnshire a couple of weeks back.
I do know I've seen it a few times. Not really an auto race malfunction since crossings are set up so that when the train leaves the island circuit, they're supposed to raise. But sometimes they will stay down until like the train has left the.
Oh, Will's just
approach on the opposite side of the crossing.
Will Scriven has just said apparently it's West Worthing the auto race malfunction was at. The crossings in the UK are designed to be fail-safe, so if something fails in the system, it will automatically trigger the crossing and put it down.
I think in some ways the crossing is supposed to be like that as well, since the hold up has to, since the hold clear that keeps the gates up for the farm gate mechanisms here in America, at least most of them, that requires power to operate to keep the gates up. So if the power fails on that, the gate will automatically go down.
Yeah.
But not every gate mechanism has it like the USNS Model 75. Apparently, that doesn't.
Just so the guys watching as well, are we all looking forward to the documentary coming out? Looking forward to it?
I look forward to it as well.
I do have to unfortunately say that there isn't any American misuse incidents in it. But I am
looking forward to it, though.
There is an announcement, though. Is that I'm actually going to be doing an American version. So once I've, because it's level crossing misuse, it's a slight difference, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
But I am making a documentary where it'll be railroad crossing misuse. You see, so it's not all lost, David. I will be doing an American one. It's just I'm getting the British one out first.
Yeah.
But be aware, I will probably put a lot of Donald Trump memes in the American one.
I won't blame you.
Look.
See?
Lol. I like playing with this. That just sounds wrong, doesn't it? Jesus. I need a hobby. I have one.
Yeah.
Instant Street View. What's this? I think that's where it's half halogen, half LED.
Yeah. Actually, that's a bit older. That's one of the older views. That's if you go back one, you'll see where it's half halogen, half LED. The view that Math Train shared was from 2011 when it was completely halogen.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think what had actually happened is that I think the Street View car went through sort of the middle day of the upgrade.
Yeah, when the crew was on lunch break.
Well, I think it was either that or it was when it was halfway through the upgrade. Because I think the upgrade of that crossing was over 2 days, but they could only work on nights. I think for 1 day, it was half halogen, half LED. And I think that's the day the Street View car came through. Because I think that Rail had confirmed it.
Yeah.
What is the oldest barrier I've ever seen? Probably be Field and Grant.
For me, I don't know. I mean, depends. Barrier, do you mean the arm itself or the gate mechanism? Because I've seen a lot, because I haven't seen really many old gate arms. Because but probably the oldest gate mechanism I've seen have been the GRS and WRS ones that the L&N used to use like years ago.
But when they upgrade it to lights to LEDs, it only takes 1 night to do. Well, apparently King's Fernston, they had a bit of a problem with wiring one night. So the right-hand side wigwag on the side that was LED at the time, that one wasn't wiring correctly. So they spent most of the night trying to get that to wire up properly before moving on to the other wigwags. The plan to go back down to King's Fernston as well at some point. Catch another double stay there because I caught double stay at Sheet in January, and I want to catch double stay at King's Fernston because last time I did that, I think it was like February of 2016. 1960s half style, no Penguin's quite old. The newest forms from mid-1980s. Oh yeah, Bramley actually used to be an AHB. Dave.
Yeah?
Bramley used to be an automatic half barrier.
Huh. So you can share your screen, okay. I was just looking at that. I just hop on Google Maps for a minute and just look at something. It's not even a crossing, really. It's more like a traffic light. I want to see if it's still there. I want to say it's up in Jasper.
Would you like to stick your camera on so we can see you as well? Or are you good? Come on, I'm the ugliest one here, so... I saw... The only double stay I saw was at Milford. Oh, did you film it, Nath?
Those street views from 2015, and it looks like, yes, it looks like these incandescent TCT pedestrian signals are still there, good. And they still worked as of 2015. So it's likely they're still there if I were to go up to Jasper, Tennessee.
Are you planning on going any sort of cross-country trips?
The only one I'm currently planning so far is, and if I can get enough money from working at my job, is to go up to New Jersey this summer, which that's a good 12-hour drive, and it's just along the eastern coast. Well, actually, like 13-hour drive now I think about it.
Also, for the guys watching, we'll possibly be launching a new M Trains branch.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half. I mean, I can go up to the crossing near South Pittsburgh and then go up there. So.
2 charter trains at Reading. Oh, that's Nath Train's video. Might have a quick look at that, actually.
Rare to get a crossing stay down for 2 trains here in America.
Well, that's just
Unless, of course, you got like a light rail system next to a freight line.
Nath, I just had a look at your video from Reading for the 2 charters. Very, very good quality video, actually. Is that a test train?
Let's see here. I think I'm going back to Tennessee Southern sometime. I'm trying to find out when they send when they run down to Pulaski, Tennessee from like Columbia, Tennessee, I believe. There's some good crossing equipment along that section of the line.
Also, do have a question. You've actually got a question, Dave.
Yeah.
American railroad crossings are quite disturbing, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, that's because
that's from.
I love it. Yeah, I see. The crossings here are actually all. The railroads are actually the ones who are in charge of the crossing. So sometimes the state is. It depends on basically how new the crossing is. Like if a crossing gets upgrade from like gateless or crossbucks to have gates, then it has to. Then it's owned by and let's use state funds. Then it gets owned by the state for like 10 years or so until and then at which point the railroad gets control of it again.
Just
for funding it, but the railroad's in charge of maintenance and basically specifying the equipment that gets used.
I'm just wondering if anyone watching knows any updates on Selby Road level crossing. As it's due for the upgrade to the EBI 2000 MCBOD system.
But telling about why they might be disturbing some people's opinions, the FRA, first off, the Federal Railroad Administration, for those who don't know, that's basically the government body that's in charge of regulating all the stuff related to railroads. They only require that crossings have to be down for 20 seconds before the train comes. Most railroads aim for like 25 to 30 seconds, but 20 seconds is the absolute minimum. Though some railroads don't even care about that if it's like a yard crossing. So the crossing will activate, and then like 1 second later, the train's already backing through the crossing. But then you've also got the fact that since everything is maintained by a company, they're going to find ways to save money. So usually go with the cheapest bidders, which is the reason why a lot of railroads use Safe Train S60s because of how cheap they are and how, a lot of maintainers absolutely loathe them because they're just not very good gate mechs. But we don't require yellow lights because it's never been required. The first signals used here in America were a single, where pretty much actual people would stand out crossing with a lantern and swing it back and forth to let people know that, hey, there's a train coming, you gotta stop. And then some guy for like I think it was like the Pacific Electric Railroad or something like that, came up with the bright idea of taking a light, an electric lamp, putting it inside like a round banner, and then putting it on a mechanism that oscillated the light back and forth from left to right. And they called it a wigwag, and if I understand, they were like that, like Seth, but for those who don't know, it's like a rail fan. But then that wigwag, the guy who invented the wigwag decided, hey, I'm going to go start, this is actually a good idea, I'm going to go start my own company. Started selling off started Magnetic Flagman Signal Company, which then you had Union Switch and Signal and Bryant Zinc Company, who shortly later became Railroad Supply Co., which then later became Western Railroad Supply Co., decided to both get in on the wigwags and start selling their own. Though Griswold decided to start instead of, because wigwags, those had an interesting, because they required a lot of maintenance with that oscillating mechanism. Some guy decided to take the relay, put it in a relay, and just have two lights that flash back and forth, and that's kind of been standard here in America ever since.
Another street view from Neath.
Yeah, let's see what it says.
Station Road, Wolverhampton and Reading.
In action.
Midgham. That's Midgham level crossing.
And it's an action.
Yeah, I might be going to Midgham soon. Can possibly meet me there, Nath, if you want.
If only it wasn't so expensive to travel to the UK.
Actually, he's right.
What?
I think Nath Trains went through the crossing as not Nath Train, the Street View car went through the level crossing as it was being upgraded.
Yep. As far as I'm aware, there's only like two former Ellen and wigwags still in existence. One of which is here in Alabama at the Heart of Dixie Railroad Museum. The other's in like a small town, I want to say near.
So
what?
I'm just wondering to ask Nath Trains. So where are the wigwags actually? They're in the upgrade. So I can't see they must have put the wigwags down somewhere. Midgham, Berkshire, Network South Central. Yes, Ambilight. Oh yeah, first AHB was to introduce was 1961. Yeah, the first one was a Spath level crossing.
Yeah, the only two old Allen wigwags I'm aware of. One of them is on display at the Heart of Dixie Railroad Museum here in Alabama, and it actually does operate. The other one is on display at a museum in Linville, Depot Museum in Linville, Tennessee, and it appears that might operate. I don't see any, because right next to the wigwag is a small relay case.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of Linville, Tennessee, the crossing right next to that museum has a rather nice old L&N cantilever install. I think with some Federal Signal 12 by 20 inch lights too.
Actually, I can see in the Street View, actually, the guy has the van open. Yeah, well, I can just see a corner of a wigwag, I think. Yeah, I can just about see a corner of the wigwag in the van there. Yeah, I think they were in the van. Because that crossing got all the new flashbox LEDs. Yeah, that's an interesting crossing, though. I'm just a bit upset that after Nerva was closed.
After what?
It's just down the road from Midgham. Oh, hello. And they've also got the little two red wigwags as well. It's a Bascule bridge, I think that is. No, it's not a Bascule, it's a swing bridge.
Tennessee Southern seems to be starting to remove all of their 8-inch lights, replacing them with Journal Signals 12 by 20 inch lights. There actually used to be a wooden gate not too far from me in Columbia, Tennessee. It's since been replaced, of course, because the FRA required that all of the wooden gates had been removed some years ago, but You can still see it on old Street View images. Here's my I've had lantern gate lights.
Well, just for those of you that don't know what a wigwag is, a wigwag is a level crossing light. That's what a wigwag is.
Yeah, the Heart of Dixie Railway Museum does have that miniature railway with the two.
Also, to the guys watching as well, if you guys enjoy this video, please do smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. I will be truly grateful. I've recently hit 200 subs, actually. The 200 sub special is due to come out soon as well. Part 1 is coming from Basingstoke, which that video is just currently under production at the moment. I'm mainly prioritising getting the level crossing Misuse stock out. I've had a slight problem as well with the Misuse stock. Because probably now what I'm going to have to do is make it back into 15-minute increments and then export it and put it through the video editor, which is going to be a bit annoying, but it's going to be the only way I can get it out. Because that just sounds wrong as well, saying get it out.
Yeah.
I was thinking that in my head, and I was just like, oh, crap. No, I don't think Basingstoke has Phil Sayer anymore. Oh, actually, no, it does. It has the non-stop trains, I think. Because I remember hearing Phil Sayer when the train coming through platform 2 and it was going to stand well away from the edge of platform 2. The approaching train is not scheduled to stop at this station. I'll see if I can find it.
There's like only there's only like 4 crossings that still have the wishbone style gates here in the U.S. 2 of which are in Dallas, Texas, and they're folding ones because of low overhead clearances. One of which is near an airport, the other which is underneath a building, and they're both on the DART rail system there.
There's one thing that I'm going to hate in August.
What?
Franchise changeover.
Yeah.
Because Southwest trains get taken over by MTR and First Group, and there's still debate what they're going to call the bastard.
Where to see? The only time I ever see a railroad line here in America get taken over is if by another railroad, is if the first railroad just wants to get rid of it, or if there's a merger.
Yeah, no, here it works by franchise system.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Network South Central, we've got to talk about it. But yeah, I'm not really happy with it because I'm happy with the Stagecoach. I know it's going to be like the same drivers, same staff, everything, but it's just when they relivery the trains, it's going to look fucking ugly.
Wow, those are some weird wigwags.
It really is just going to look ugly when they change the livery.
Who knows, maybe you'll see a bunch of patches at first.
Oh, yeah, those wigwags at Little London, I think that is. Those big wigwags.
Anyone mind if I share the screen not to the Street View image I'm looking at currently?
Yeah, I'll just lock it to you.
Alright. So what I'm looking at right now is just simply the old wooden wishbone gate that used to be right near me in Columbia, Tennessee on the Tennessee Southern Railroad.
Okay, you can share your screen if you want to.
Alright, let's see here. Share screen. And choose what you'd like to share. I'm just going to share the entire screen. I'm not really hiding anything anyways, so share. And I'm currently sharing now. So yeah, this is the old wooden wishbone gate right here. The other one had been replaced some time ago. before the street view inch was taken back in 2008 because it's just a simple aluminum one. Though now, of course, since the FRA said that all of these had to be removed, now you just got your standard normal one now. However, the old GRS gate mechanisms from the Alton are still there, so that's rather nice. I mean, that's kind of really about it, so I'm probably going to stop sharing right now. So what these two links are. That's a newer image showing that it's been upgraded. Weird.
Mute.
Well, the Martin Industries lights are also still there, so that's nice as well. The Alton had some great signals.
What's up, everybody? But yeah, if you guys do have any questions for us, then please do drop them into the comment sections to the right if you're watching live, and drop them below if you're watching after stream. We'll pick them up in Q&A number 11. I'll drop my fidget spinner. Just looking at all the links we're being sent.
Yeah. The
Next to Red Cow. There we go. I might actually be going down there soon.
Oh, nice.
I might meet up with MCA Trains UK.
No, I'm quite glad I lived near both the CSX Chattanooga subdivision and the CSX W&A subdivision, because both those are filled with old Alton equipment.
But yeah, just saying to Will Scriven, I think Mark actually missed you by about an hour or two because he went to Exeter Red Cow the same day as you. He missed you by an hour or two.
That's a nice setup. Sadly, there one on the other side got replaced after it got knocked down or something, but at least the one old cantilever still at this crossing. But that's fun to do.
I'll try to get this to go. Well.
Good. Let's see here. Smyrna, Tennessee. Oh yeah, it's that weird interchange between US 431 and 102 there, but McNichol Road in Smyrna, Tennessee. Got pretty much an almost pure L&N install with a late Federal Signal L&N install back when Federal Signal started using Martin Industries mechanical bells. Lights are still Federal Signal H lights, gate mechanisms are both DRS. Gate lights are all LED, of course, since it's CSX.
How annoying am I being at the moment?
Not too bad.
Oh, I'm not trying hard enough then. I'm joking. But if you guys have any other questions for us, then please do ask away. We're live for another 35 minutes.
There's Mississippi, and they're probably gone by now. I mean, if anything, they were those wishbone gates, which in theory came from a crossing in Georgia, were probably either removed by the told to be removed by the FRA, or they were installed at a museum for a display.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, it's that one that has both gates on the right hand side. That'd certainly be a neat crossing for sound to video.
Well, it's just a message. The comment Will Scriven sent. No, the last one he sent. where he interesting crossing there. A old model of flashbox LEDs at Farnborough, not Farnborough, North Camp. I remember when I met you at North Camp, Nath.
Excuse me.
I will also be going live. We will be having Q&A 11 this weekend, probably. Just a heads up that the stream won't show up on my page probably till around about 24 hours before.
It looks like the WRS mechanical bell here is in Murfreesboro is still in use. Don't know if it still works though, but it's still there. According to
Just going to Network South Central. Can you get me a map of where the abandoned LCs are?
There's a couple of abandoned crossings right near me in Alabama. Most of them, of course, just have simply just tracks left at them. Everything else has been removed, if even the tracks are still there. But over in the shoals, you got a couple of ones that still have the signals remaining. So, of course, just have. Such as one on US 72, US 43, Alabama 17, Alabama 20, and Alabama 13. I don't think the ones in Dallas will be replaced, like your Elfan, mostly because I think they're actually aluminum ones. And it seems that Dart likes to keep using them. Because they actually had one that had to be replaced. They replaced it with a standard gate for a little while, then they replaced it with another folding wishbone gate. I have to wonder how many of those with the Field and Grant barriers are still halogen, or at least still have mechanical bells, or still just bellless.
Farncombe crossings are still one of them still has a bell, but it's LEDs.
Yeah,
I think most crossings now are LEDs in Britain.
I believe so.
Network.
Oh, I like that semaphore at the crossing. You don't see that too often here in America, but.
So Network Rail want them all upgraded, I think, by 2018.
I do know that Norfolk Southern has still been rather slow about upgrading to LED here in America. The vast majority of the crossings on their lines are still incandescent.
Hey, Jarton.
With the exception of maybe like... I know apparently Western Colin Hayes still sells wishbone gates, so it is possible.
Yeah, if Train said all else is in Hampshire LED, yeah, they are. I think sheet level crossing was the last one to bite the dust. But yeah, since sheets upgrade, all Hampshire crossings have been LED.
There's like an NS line that runs northeast out of Norfolk Southern line that runs northeast out of Atlanta, Georgia, and it's the only line I'm aware of all the Norfolk Southern system to be fully upgraded to LEDs. All of the others are still mostly incandescent, including the line I tend to rail fan, which is the Norfolk Southern Memphis District East End. In fact, I'm probably gonna show one of the abandoned crossings in my area. One of the ones that's in the one that's in Florence. Mostly because it's got some GRS Lex C 12 by 20 inch lights at it.
I'm actually looking at looking at
where?
looking at this. The RF has a spreadsheet with all the
Yeah,
crossings on it.
I've seen it.
It's just looking at the looking on it. Ow. Yeah, all Hampshire crossings are LED. We've got one MCBOD, which is Dean Hill. We've got a couple of manual gates as well at Hythe and Marchwood. East Sussex, I think there's still a few halogens remaining. Yeah, the Pevensey Bay obstacle detection crossing. And also Rye Ferry Road, Rye the Grove crossing, and Selmeston are all still halogens. I think they're pending upgrade pretty soon.
Y'all got like no halogens left in the near future. So better get all the news you can now.
I'm not going to have many. Aberdeenshire, Insk level crossing, I think that is, and MCB still has halogens.
Yes, I love. Yes, I love y'all's heritage lines have halogens. I wonder if it's cost related or just simply trying to preserve older atmosphere.
Just having a look through. One of my friends is messaging me on Facebook because he's watching the stream and he can see I've got a lot of Daleks behind me. Which, yes, I do like my Daleks.
That one link, I think, one of the Instant Street View links, I think it was Nath Train shared it. Is like how a lot of abandoned crossings here in America are. It's just simply the tracks and the pavements and nothing much else.
Hang on a second. From looks of it, if anyone wants halogens, go to Bedfordshire.
Yeah, I think that's quite a few.
Yeah, because you got Aspley. I think that's Aspley Geese, Kempston Hardwick, Lidlington, Marston, Mortain Crossing, Millbrook, Bridgemont, Stuart B Brickworks, and Wootton Broadmead level crossing. They're all still halogens apparently. Go to Berkshire. Got still East Hampstead Road as halogens. Hampstead Crossing is still halogens. But actually, I think I went past that, and I think it's LED now. And Sunningdale, that still has halogen ped lights, but it now has LED wigwags.
Interesting. Anyone mind if I real quickly just share my screen showing the abandoned crossing in Florence?
Yep. There you go.
All right.
Also, yeah, pin code is still halogens as well. Looking at Buckinghamshire, Bow Brickhill, still halogens. Fenny Stratford, Woburn Sands level crossing. And now looking along Caerphilly, Lime Kiln level crossing is still halogens. And just looking. Banolds is halogens. Barway Sidings, Bill Drove, Brinkley Road, Chettersham, Duxford, Ham Lane, Fulbourn, Hingston, Horsemore, Littleport Bypass, Manea, Middlemere, Mill Drove, Milton Fen,
Basically, the every crossing.
Second Drove, 6 Mile Bottom, 3 Horseshoes number 1 and 3 Horseshoes number 3. Field House Farm. They're all halogens. They're the Cambridgeshire crossings. Cardiff, St Fungans, and that's LED. Carmarthenshire, you still got Ammanford, which is Tyredale and Ammanford Relief Road. Also Birtwin, and I think I'm gonna struggle to pronounce this. Silly Threshin or something like that, and also Whitland Crossing.
Quite a few crossings with halogens there.
Yeah. Also, Glenarifon, I think that is. I can't pronounce that for Christ. Also, Ellesmere Port number 1, 2, and 3 are all still halogens. And they've got the City of Edinburgh, all those crossings, LEDs. LEDs in Clackmannanshire. Conwy, all LEDs. Cornwall, still got 1 halogen crossing at Dolcove. And also in County Durham, Broadwood, Greatham, Wiley Hill, and Whittingley Weir crossings are still halogens. Black Dyke.
Some of those cow things at that AOCL.
There's some crossings that have LEDs and halogens, which I think are LED wigwags plus 2 another train coming lights.
Or LED wigwags and halogen pedestrian lights. July 2011. I got upgraded by 2011.
Yeah, it had LEDs in 2011, and it's now got barriers, automatic half barriers. But it's an ASCL plus B, which is automatic open crossing, locally monitored plus barriers.
That sounds more like a lot of crossings here in America are.
Also, Slights level crossing is still halogens in Derbyshire.
Nice.
And also Britannia level crossing, Colliford. This is in Devon. Kingswear or Marina level crossing is also halogens. Now looking to Dorset, where we still have Broome Crossing and Quorf Farm are still halogens. Now looking to Dumfries and Galloway, Braswell level crossing and Cove level crossing are halogens. Dundee City, there has 1 crossing but LEDs. Boyd Road level crossing has 4 gates, but apparently it has halogen wigwags with it. And looking to East Riding of Yorkshire, it has 1 halogen left at Queen Elizabeth Docks, Eastern Access Road.
Norfolk Southern's doing some maintenance work here at Montgomery Avenue and Sheffield when Street View came by last.
Also, I think Hull level crossing Walton Street still has the halogen sort of ped lights, but not ped lights, if you know what I mean.
So basically, they're lights that are pedestrian lights, but not pedestrian lights.
Pedestrian lights that's still halogens, like Sunningdale. It's just it doesn't have like the person shape. It's just
basically it's just the red light.
Yeah. Pevensey Bay is still halogen, as well as Rye Ferry Road and Rye the Grove Crossing, and also Selmaston. East Sussex, Essex, sorry, still has quite a few halogens. Deep Wharf Crossing, East Tilbury, Fobbing,
Hello,
Crossing, Height, in Gatestone, and also Jurgens, I think that is.
Last time I was at this crossing, one of the two bells was dead. I think it's still that way.
It's,
I don't believe Norfolk Southern's gotten around to replacing the dead bell.
Yeah.
That was, despite being electronic, was starting to die. A few videos before then, because I remember seeing a video of it where it would just randomly cut in or cut out, depending on how it felt, I guess.
Low Street Level Crossing is still halogens. Mucking Crossing is halogens. Pitsea, Pork Lane, Purfleet, Stanford, Lee Hope, and Vange Level Crossing.
I'm gonna need to get back to Avalon Avenue sometime soon, because it looked like when I last went to Muscle Shoals, the crossing, it looked like they were widening the road and the crossing was going to be right in the way. So I wonder if they've upgraded it.
High and Fife LEDs now.
There's probably one of the most interesting crossings in Muscle Shoals, because it has 3 signals at it, and one of the signals has some of the older Safe Tran lights with the logo on the edge of the light rather than the center of the back. And they also had signals, both 12x20s and 12x24s. And it had a nice mix of bells too. One bell still retained its 3rd gate, but if it gets widened.
AB Drones just joined.
Oh, hi.
Can you check out Helpston?
See here, I'm gonna up over here.
Oh, Nath went. What do you mean with checking out Helpston, AV Trains, Adam? Which I remember those.
Yeah, nearly want to do it. What?
I remember. Oh, hang on. I need to look back Cambridgeshire for Adam for the for Helpston. Here we go. Helpston crossing. It's the biggest level crossing in the UK. MCB, 6 tracks, overhead wire.
The biggest crossing in Alabama is the number of tracks, but I do know the largest crossing in number of lanes crossing the road would be Governor's Drive here in Huntsville. Which is
check
right
out.
here. Here's Governor's Drive in Huntsville. If anyone wants to see it. Got 2 calendars, the exact same equipment. Harman, 6 pairs of Harman 12x24 lights with Harman fading LEDs and general signals type 2s.
Come on, wrong road. blimey. Well, surely the street, that wasn't the last time the Street View car went through Helpston.
When?
August 2010, when it was still halogens.
Lol.
That is surely not the last time that Street View car's gone through there.
Yeah, it seems that sadly it seems Google got rid of the old image where you could see the teardrop nice and close that used to be at Governor's Drive.
Yeah, I'm just going to still the screen share for a second. Actually, I think we can still both screen share. It's just
There we go, January. Oh, that's when I already had the new calendars installed.
would you be able to turn off your?
Sure.
Actually, I know. There we go. Okay. You guys can see here, Helpston Crossing. So here's that I'm talking to. It's Free Big Productions. I am talking to.
And I live over in America, like 6 hours behind y'all.
America. But yeah, this is Helpston when it was halogens. And we are live for another 12 minutes. Though we may extend it at your request, guys, if you would like us to. So yeah, at your request, we can extend it if you guys would like us to extend it.
Let's see here.
So you guys can see Helpston Crossing. But yeah, surely this isn't the last time that it went through there, because it's when Helpston was still halogens in 2010. Surely that surely cannot be the last time they went through there.
I don't know. I mean, Street View has been through Cortland since like 2007, so.
Oh yeah.
2008. I'm saying they've been there since then, but they haven't been to Cortland itself since like 2008. Much, anyways. At least to the crossings. So you can see the old GRS signal at Alabama Street back when it still had the Western Colin Hayes mechanical bell still. And all GRS 8-inch lights. Yeah, we have a daylight savings time here in America. Some states don't observe it, like Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings time in, I don't believe, and also it looks like a train just passed, but, and also what's it called? Oh yeah, but Tennessee actually recently held a vote to see if they continue observing daylight savings time, but they decided not to.
Screen sharing a conversation.
Let's see here. There we go. And yeah, I'm just currently see here. I didn't know there's one thing that I always find rather fun. The CSX Chattanooga sub's a rather busy subdivision. It gets probably around like, I want to say 20 to 30 trains a day. You had Murfreesboro. There's a gateless 8-inch crossing with 2 mechanical bells still that CSX has yet to even touch. Rucker Road.
America.
Your early 2000s, like not early 2000s, like an early CSX in general installed back when they still used 8-inch lights for a little bit, like their first for a little bit back in the 80s, shortly after they formed.
As Pevensey Bay. It's Alton empty BOD.
Yeah, it's true. The Navajo, I believe the Navajo do observe daylight savings time, while the rest of Arizona does not. High level crossings in cars. Christiana, Tennessee has one of the last Transport Products Corp installs to still have the original lights. It'd be a shame if CSX ever upgrades the crossing. Sadly, the WRS bell that was here has been replaced, but at least the Transport Products Corp inch lights are still on the one signal. They have a rather neat little mount, too. I'm gonna
Enjoy the picture of Pevensey Bay.
mind if I share my screen? Because I want to show the Transport Products Corp signal. And
Yeah.
let's see your share screen. All right, here's the old L&N Transport Products Corp signal, Transport Products Corporation signal in Christiana, Tennessee. I've actually filmed this crossing. It's still there as of October of last year when I visited it. It has, as you can see, they have the Transport Products Corp 8-inch lights there. And if you look, you can see that they're actually mounted away from the mast on some special extensions that Transport Products Corporation used. So this way, back in the days of the old wooden wishbone gates, when the gate mechanism was in the raised position like that, the lights wouldn't get hit by the gate arm. Of course, also the gate mechanisms were rather high up there. Though the other signal is a much newer install from like the early 2000s. And the bells actually used to be a WRS mechanical bell up there, but it got replaced with that NEG electronic bell by the time I visited it. Apparently that gate mechanism on that signal, on the newer signal, it raises so quickly that when it saw the WRS mechanical bell, it would hit the bell and cause it to ring a few times. So yeah. That's part of the reason why I like the Chattanooga subdivision so much. Just get so much old equipment. Especially when you get north of Deckard.
I think I might have just lost my audio. I don't know.
I can hear you.
Okay. There we go. I think I'm good now. My audio went for a second. Trying to sort it out.
Late 80s CSX install.
Southern Transport has just said, Christ, how many tabs does one person need open?
I have like 1,500 open, don't I?
Yeah. Well, I don't have 15 tabs open. I think I only have 3 open.
I was going to be watching a bunch of videos when the live stream started, so I kind of abandoned that. Nice old L&N install with the WRS mechanical bell here that the lights were replaced at some point. Used to be a lot of old, I'm seeing Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis Railroad block signals along the Chattanooga sub, but CSX replaced them all due to PTC upgrades.
And
Oh, Shelbyville, that's right. I think the old
coming up
abandoned.
the top of the hour. We will possibly be going on break for a little bit, just so we can sort of recoup.
Mm-hmm. All these abandoned crossings through here in downtown Shelbyville have since had the signals removed, but I closed them a while back. What are you listening to? Bells. Bells. Sounds like a nice synth wave. I haven't seen one train in years. The light is right over there. That's what Norfolk Siren Yard at least was. eat lunch.
Just hardwire connections to our bedrooms. We need to do that for David's.
To be fair, that's a lot of work.
So it is a lot of work, but it will solve a lot of our problems.
So that was just a quick outbreak. Sorry, I was trying to get the music to work, but it just wasn't playing ball with me. So we are back now, guys. I don't know if Dave's back yet. You back, mate? Ow. And so yeah, so we are back, and I don't know if Dave is though. He might be back in a minute. He's going to be gone for a sec, so he'll be back in a minute. I need to get better at doing the breaks as well. Oh, that might be interesting to try and work out. If you guys do enjoy this live stream, then please do smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. And switch to me. But yeah, so still live at the moment. We will possibly be going for another break as well in a bit. So yeah, we will possibly try a live stream soon as well. Sorry, this is just a bit of medicine I'm having on. Got a bit of indigestion. Nasty stuff, but that's the work. Oh. But if any of the other guys have questions for me, then please do ask away. If you guys do enjoy this live stream, then please just smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. See if we can get 210 subscribers by the end of tonight. And I will be bringing out a special video tomorrow. So currently at 206. So come on, guys. 4 more subscribers. 4 more. We can do it. Come on. And yes, I am on speed. No, I'm not. I'm not on speed. Speed's legal. Fidget spinner. Anyways, we will be live for a little while.
All right, I'm finally back. Hang on, I gotta go again.
He's got to go again. I don't like doing this on my own.
All right, I'm back. My brother's going to be popping in and out of the room I'm in because he's trying to solve an IT issue. I'm finally dressed for the day. And there's actually a crossing in Tennessee with like 12 tracks at it.
Where's the Misuse documentary? Well, no, basically, it's Dan. It's this is just an announcement covering the basis and a few insights to the upcoming documentary.
Mm.
But what we might do, guys, is I'm going to use my streaming coder, and I'm going to see if we can go live on Skype. So if you guys would like to join us on Skype in a minute, we're not on Skype, but I'm going to end the stream here on Google Hangouts. Then we'll be over to Skype, where I'll restart the stream. We'll just see if the stream speed's okay. If it's not, then we will come back to this, okay? So for now, I will end it here, but just hang on for a few minutes, and we'll be coming back live on Skype using my streaming coder so that we can we'll continue the live stream, but on Skype, so it might be easier for some guys to join as well. So for now, guys, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, yeah, see you guys in a bit.